Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. So yeah, today I'm gonna be just giving y'all an update on living in Charlotte. I've been here for about a year and a half now, and I just wanted to give a life update. Someone asked for it on, I think, my last video that I did about living here. That was probably like a year ago. They commented probably like 2 months or so ago, and I said I was gonna do an update, and here it is. I've been like procrastinating. Getting back into the flow of things. I've not really been active on here as much as I would like to have been, and I think just I had to adjust to moving, being in a different time zone, just getting used to life in itself. And then my job here is just different from, going from a remote job pretty much to going to a job where I'm in the office all the time. I just found myself drained. And so I wasn't producing content the way I wanted to, but I told myself that I'm getting back into it, y'all. So I'm back. I plan on being consistent this time, and I'm really excited to just be back and filming content. So yeah, I am going to use my phone because I have some notes here. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. But I just wanted to talk about how it's been since moving here, what I've been up to, how I like it. And if y'all can see, if you looked at my first video I did like last year when I first moved here and I explained me moving here, you'll see that I'm in a different space. So the first like life update for me is I relocated. If you looked at my past, like my last two vlogs that I recently filmed within the past 2 weeks, you'll see that my background is different because I relocated. So when I first moved here, I did a whole, story, and I talked about why I chose to move here. And I also talked about how the apartment that I was in at the time, I didn't get to see it before I moved. It was a sister property to the apartments that I was living in Alabama. And so I had a time frame to move. I chose to just transfer within that company so that I wouldn't have to pay to get out of my lease and all the additional fees, because moving is already costly. So after my lease was up, I think I signed like maybe a 14-month lease. When my lease was up, I decided to move. I almost renewed my lease there for like another 6 months because I didn't feel like I was quite ready. I was like, dang, just thinking about the whole packing up my life and everything. I was just like, girl, like this is about to be a lot. But it was one weekend. I was like, you know what, Kara, you really want a new space. So y'all, I literally booked up like 4 or 5 apartment tours and then decided to move. I'm really happy with my new space. I love it so much. I actually took the time to like decorate my last apartment. If you even were in the apartment, because I'm not big on company, but like my last apartment, I didn't even put my pictures up. Like I was not really happy with my space. I was just settling because I didn't really like it. It was what it was. So the first opportunity I had, I moved. I love it. I'm in the city. I'm closer to things. A lot of times when people invite me out, it's literally like a 10-minute drive for me to get where we're going. So I just love that I'm really close to the city. I don't know. It just feels good to like love your space, and I love my space. I just feel like with me loving my space, then I can actually have like just a better attitude about filming and love my space so that I don't mind which direction the camera flows in. Another thing too, y'all, I did not completely unpack because I didn't like my space. So I still had a lot of boxes. I had things that I didn't go through when I moved just because I like knew in the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, you're not staying here when your lease is up. And honestly, I feel like in my apartment now, I'm gonna be here until I decide to relocate out of Charlotte or get to the point where I'm living with a significant other, because there's no way. I'm not doing that again, y'all. I really wish I would have been like in my filming era then, because y'all, I had drove a U-Haul, about to run folks off the road. Not really, but me driving a U-Haul is funny. I still love it here. I feel like all the things that I stated in previous videos, those things still stand, because me moving here, I knew one person already here, and I also did a lot of research. So there were some other cities that I was thinking about moving to. Wanting to move here, I was also applying for jobs in Nashville, Tennessee too, and I just ended up getting a job here. So I was like, okay, Charlotte it is. I'm one of those people, if I'm interested in a city, I'll definitely like get on YouTube and be like living in and whatever that city is, and I'll watch multiple videos of people just talking about the pros and cons, what they like. I knew a lot about Charlotte already, and then like I said, I have a friend that lived here prior to moving, so I came and visited twice and I loved it. So I still like it, y'all. I feel like there is so much to do here compared to where I moved from. There are a lot of festivals, there are a lot of activities, there are a lot of young professionals here, so it's very motivating. I've met a lot of people who are my age and they're making good money and they're doing well for themselves, and it's motivating to see. So being here is very motivating to just be around people that are young professionals that have goals, that want more in life, that like to hang out, like to have fun, because I do. I talked about my journey of making friends too. Just about all of the people that I met on Bumble Friends, I'm still friends with. I don't want to say that it's easy to make friends, because I do know as being an adult it is harder, but I do feel like you have to put yourself out there more. I have a video where I gave advice on like how to navigate Bumble Friends, and I'll link that in the description box if you want to click on that, and I just give tips and advice. I'm not really active on there anymore because I feel like I found my people, and when I went on there, I will kind of touch on it a little bit, but when I went on there I made sure that I had multiple conversations going on. I didn't just meet one person, I didn't just meet two people. I made sure that I really put myself out there. Not to be negative, but you are gonna meet people that you just don't mesh with, and it's okay. Like, you're not meant to be friends with everybody. So I feel like now I have my people. If there's things I want to do, or you know, and I need people to do that with, I have people that I could hit up and be like, girl, you want to do this, you want to do that. Moving to a new city, that's really important that you have people to do things with. I don't care where you move. You can move to the littest city in the world, you can move anywhere, but if you don't have friends or have people to do things with, you're not gonna like it. If you have to be by yourself, I'm one of those people. I tell my therapist all the time, like, I love people, but I also love my solitude. So I have weekends like where I hang out the entire weekend, and I have weekends where I sit in my apartment because I want to, or maybe I just want to save money. But I'm one of those people. I recharge my energy in isolation. So being alone doesn't bother me. I love people, but I'm one of those people where I don't have to constantly be around people. I love my solitude and my alone time a lot, but I also know that, you know, you have to interact with people, and so I love that I have people to interact with. If you're gonna relocate anywhere, y'all, it is very, very important to make friends. So just put yourself out there. I promise you, you'll meet people. You have to take the time to do it. If you don't want to do Bumble Friends, join some social clubs and you'll find some people, I promise you. So I kind of learned when I moved into this apartment. So like I said, this is my second apartment in Charlotte. When I moved to this apartment, y'all, there are so many new apartments out there. So there's a lot of, like, they're throwing apartments here, there are a lot of construction going on. I'm actually the first person to live in this unit. And so I wanted to say that if you're relocating here, and let's just say that you have time to go apartment hunting, I really advise doing that, because there are so many new apartments out where you could be the first person to live there. Like I said, with here, that's like another reason why I love my place. It still has the brand new smell in here. Just make sure that you're actually seeing the area, because gentrification is a thing, and there are a lot of nice apartments and townhomes that they are putting up with like the hood right next door. So just make sure that, you know, if you have the chance to come and look, or if you know someone that lives here and they can look at the area for you or look at the apartment for you, that's always a good option too. If I could help it going back, I would not blindly move into an apartment here. There's so many places, y'all. You could find something. Like, if you could, there are so many brand new apartments. I advise getting something brand new where you're the first person to live there if you can afford it, because there are so many options. Also, I would recommend when you go apartment hunting, make sure you're looking at the reviews. Car break-ins here are a thing, and it's happening very rapidly. A lot of people are targeting the just luxury apartments or nice apartments or apartments in general. They're targeting areas, and they're going into parking garages or the lots, and they're breaking in multiple cars within apartment complexes. Make sure you ask. Now, I think a lot of these apartments, like when I went on my tours, they're kind of programmed and they've been rehearsing to just give you like a generic statement. If you ask about like car break-ins, go on the reviews, because believe me, the residents, they're gonna leave reviews and just warn you. That was one of the main things I was looking at. And also too, like, if you're gonna move here, just make sure that they have cameras and they're surveillancing the parking areas, so that, let's just say that a break-in does happen, the person is caught, and then they know, like, hey, I'm not about to come there and be doing my break-ins, because like, you're gonna get caught. I feel like Charlotte is what I expected it to be when I moved out here. I actually moved out here with a purpose. So I knew it would be an opportunity to network, collab with other influencers. I came here for numerous career opportunities. I came here to just have a fresh start. This is not my first time living away from home. I'm from Alabama, but I actually lived in Florida before. When I lived in Alabama, I love my family, but if you look back at my videos, most of my videos, if I interacted with people, it was my family. I didn't really hang out as much. Since I moved here, I pretty much am always on the go, but not too much. Like, I think for me it's even balanced, because for one, life is expensive, so I'm not always out there like hanging out, like spending a bunch of money. But I have my times like where I hang out. Like, I'll have a weekend full of doing something, Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday or whatever, and then I have my weekends where it's just me and Callie chilling. I just personally feel like you have people from all over that live here, so everybody's driving is different. So I feel like people drive crazy out here. That I talked about that before, and that still stands. I stated this before in a previous video. Charlotte doesn't have the nightlife. I did not move here for the nightlife. The older I get, I'm not a nightlife type of girl. Like, I find myself more doing daytime things. During the day, let's do some cute daytime stuff, but when it gets dark, I like to be in. There are all kind of people here, and I feel like you'll be able to find that group that is just your group. Like, it's diverse here, if that's something that you're worried about. I really think that's all I touched on. I'm gonna link any of my other videos where I talked about Charlotte. I did a whole video about why I moved here, and then I did another video where I talked about the pros and cons of living here. All that still stands. I'm gonna make sure I link those two videos in the description box below, y'all. But I'm still here and I'm loving it, and I just feel like this has been a very great experience for me. I've been loving the move. It's been like a breath of fresh air. And if you watch my videos from when I was living in Alabama to now, you could just see that I'm out and about and I'm doing more, and I'm happier because I am happy. So I really love it here, y'all, and I can't wait for you guys to just see me living my life and hanging out. I'm just in a very good space now, and I'm just really happy, and I'm clear-headed, I'm motivated, I'm focused, and I'm really glad to be back in the content creation space. I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. Like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Yeah, that's it. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.